San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were very... go in that win over Minnesota.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Monk. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Throwing on first down is Lance. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Got him in. It's Brown. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Lance throwing out wide for Samuel. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that makes the score 7-0.
Jonathan Garibay will kick off.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. On 2nd down, Graham. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Drake Jackson in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught. A big play there for the Niners. 46 yards. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They try and run forward here with Brown. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers.
The kick is good.
Extra point up and good by Garibay. And it's now 14-0.
Jonathan Garibay to kick off.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Graham going to set up to throw. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. They brought the house that time with a young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Lance now on first down. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And it's now 21-0.
Rams nothing. Jonathan Garibay to kick off.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Here we go.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. From the gun, it's Graham. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 30 yards there. And, of course, the first down as well.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On play action, Graham looking downfield for Godwin. And he's got it inside the 10. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. Again, it's Graham. The quick slant caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. And that catch, he just hit number 800 in his NFL career.
And just think, that puts you in top 35 range all time in the NFL in terms of number of catches. One significant guy in that number, Shannon Sharp, who was a tight end. That's big-time play right there.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain, but I wouldn't abandon the run totally.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year, 10th overall. And the Rams are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 33 yards that time. On play action, Lance. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Ernest Jones from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a play fake. Lance. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. But the back judge right there to say incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Graham to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Niners force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Lance. Looking middle, and that's complete. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Lance now to throw. He finds Kittle going across the field. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
To George Kittle. It's a gain of 23 yards.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, San Francisco.
On 1st down, Lance. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime. The extra point up and good by Garibay. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Rams 7. Jonathan Garibay to kick off.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Off of play action, here's Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Come on, set.
Play action, now it's Lance. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ballgame.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary and clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
The extra point up and good by Garibay. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on the 17-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Fred Warner, and the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw, it's Lance. He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners have taken a 5-touchdown lead. The extra point up and good by Garibay. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Rams 7. Jonathan Garibay to kick off.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But Brandon...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Lance going to try to throw for this. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger.
Jonathan Garibay to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only.
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something by Benz looking cute. That's honest. Her and her friends, big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah, she brought the. Ain't no way somebody daddy ain't gon' give her the spins with her ends. Cause yeah, she did it. She did it again. A few more tracks and this time she bought friends. Big baby on her way up and showed the stairs to a man's. Now salute the general. TGLX got plans, yeah. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
They don't know what they in for. If we coming like this on the intro, what they here for? If they want the heat, you know who to send for your info. Buy my money like Venmo. This music don't work out. I know how to get it from my ends low. How you feel though? Cause hey, they can't rock with us. Galaxy ain't no stopping us. They ain't try to steal my style. I'm feeling like I just shopping. Can't trust him cause he not my. Cause we worried about getting figures. All my ain't father figures. Just know my quick to pop it.
Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
First off, let me talk my. Got a couple things I gotta cross off my list. How you insomniac for sleeping on my. It's a bad soundtrack, read the script. Born in the motherland, headed straight down to the south. Tennessee mornings with pops, working 3 jobs. I knew that they struggled to get it, that's why I wanted to get it. That embedded, you get it, treat it like the law. And I'ma need commission for this hit. Lance laid the canvas and I painted over it. I don't need a vision board to show you I'm betting on myself, count the chips. Got it. Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin. Just being honest. Try to sink my ship like Titanic and leave me with Jack. Hope I be panicking, but I rose to the top. Isn't it funny that the is built like a Maserati, yoga folding like origami? One, I walk the walk, I talk the talk.